it's Vicky and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you've never been here before. Thanks so much for stopping by. So really quickly before I get into anything about this video, I just wanted to give you guys such a big thank you. Oh my gosh, you have no idea how much you guys have changed my life over the last week. I've gotten to talk to so many new people and connect with so many new people. I've talked to you guys in the comments and I've talked to you guys on Instagram, Twitter. Literally, you are so incredible and I felt so loved and understood in the last few days, and I really want to thank you guys so much for everything that you have done for me. And I hope that I can give you something back, like maybe you learn something or anything from my channel at all. Maybe I make you laugh. That'll be cool, I guess. I can't express how grateful I am for all of you, so thank you so much. It means everything to me. Literally means everything to me. Thanks. Thank you. But that's not what this video today is about. Today's video is about using the BH Cosmetics Opalescent palette to do a soft glam makeup look. Here's what the palette looks like. It's just so gorgeous and I love using it, and I realized that I never really used it on this channel before. At least I don't think that I have. Soft glam has been literally on every single feed that I have on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube, especially on YouTube. So many people are doing like their soft glam interpretations and I have loved every single one of them. Oh my gosh, there's so many creative people and I just like watching their videos and like getting inspiration and like, I don't know. But today I decided that I wanted to create a look and film it for you guys so that maybe you would learn how to do soft glam too. I know that some people are saying that they're having a little bit of difficulty and it's turning more into like a smoky eye than it is a soft glam look. So if you'd like to see how I created this look, make sure that you keep watching. But before we get into the video, make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already or ever feel inclined to do so during this video, and hit the notification bell down below so that you can stay notified when I upload a new video. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's video. So I've already started out by filling in my eyebrows just a little. So moving on past that, I'm going to use this eyeshadow primer. It is the Revolution Eye Elements Eye Primer in the shade Central, and I'm going to apply this all over my lid. And I'm going to spread it out just a little bit more, just because I definitely want to make sure everything is getting covered and it's a seamless base. And it's okay that I got a little bit on my brow, just because I am going to fill that in and outline it a little bit after I'm done. I just wanted to, again, make sure that my eyebrows weren't like super sparse before I got on camera. So now I'm going to move on to the eyeshadows. And for my eyes today, I'm going to use my BH Cosmetics Opalescent eyeshadow palette. This is just what it looks like, and I thought it would be perfect for soft glam just because it's got all of those beautiful neutral tones with a little bit of deeper tones just to make it look a little bit more dramatic but still soft. So to start out, I'm going to use the shade Grace. It's a little bit more of a cool tone neutral brown, so that's what I was kind of going for. I do want this to be a little bit more cool toned. I do a lot of warm looks and I'm trying to drift away from all of the warm tone looks that I always do. So I'm just going to apply this all into my crease in a little bit more of a wider fashion than I'm going to use later on, just because this is going to serve as a transition and a base. You just want to make sure that you're getting a really good blend in here. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just really needs to be as seamless as possible, like no streaks or anything, just so that you can get a nice flat base. Now that that shade's on, I'm going to take this blending brush right here in the shade Stunner, and it's a little bit deeper of a shade, but it's still not like super deep, and I'm going to apply this into my crease. You see what I'm saying? It's not like super deep, but it still does give a little bit more dimension for the lighter shade that we're going to put on there to sit on top of, and also the deeper shade that we're going to put in there. Around the edges, you're just going to blend that little bit of a deeper shade with the transition shade that we laid down initially. Now I'm going to go into my ColourPop Misunderstood Disney Villains palette, and I'm going to take the shade Flotsam right here, and I thought that that would be really pretty. I know a lot of people use like champagne shades, but I use so many champagne shades on a day-to-day basis that I really want something different. So I'm taking a flat brush and I'm just dipping it in here. And I'm going to spray my brush with my Mario Badescu facial spray and just apply that to the lid. Love this so much. Oh. Just dipping back into that and spraying it again for the other lid. That is so pretty. I really like the reflectiveness of the shade. I don't think I've ever really used it. Not like seriously, but I might really need to start doing that because I like the way that this looks. I feel like it's venturing out of the soft glam umbrella. I don't know, this isn't an umbrella, but yeah, I feel like it's like venturing out of the soft glam territory and kind of turning into a little bit of glam, but I think I'm gonna be able to tone it down a little bit, make it a little bit more soft glam. I'm just going to blend this out a little bit using the shade that I used before. I'm not adding anything to my brush. I'm just using the same shade and whatever is left on the brush to just blend it out. Now I'm gonna take an even smaller blending brush. This one is by e.l.f. and I'm going to take it into the shade Mystic right here. Tap off the excess, and I'm just going to very, very lightly blend this out into my outer corner. Sometimes it can be a little bit too much, and then it stops being soft glam and just enters glam, smoky eye central, and we're not going for that. So like I said, very, very lightly. And when you're going out to the outer corner, you're going to want to kind of lighten your stroke a little bit more, just so it's not stamping out a bunch of extra pigment on the outer corner where you don't really want it. And then now that it's kind of got a place, start bringing it in, and you can press a little bit deeper. We're still not pressing super deep, but just enough to make it a little bit more diffused and kind of break up that pink that we laid down. And when you get to like the center of your eye, you're gonna actually want to, at least for my eye shade, I like lifting it up a little bit more just so that you can actually see what we are putting down, because my lid sometimes whenever I open my eyes, it tracks the glitter or whatever pigment I put on my lid onto like my crease, and so I don't want to lose the dimension that I added. So I'm gonna put it up a little bit higher, and then when I get to the inner corner, bring it down a little bit more, and then blend those two together. I don't know if that makes sense, but it kind of gives my eye a little bit more leeway to do what it does without messing up all of the effort that I put into doing this look. So now that that's all laid down, I'm gonna take that brush that I used earlier once again and just blend those two together and diffuse the harsh line, just like that. I'm really happy with how that turned out. So I'm gonna, let's add a little bit more. I'm trying to toe the line between glam glam and soft glam. It's hard because I just want to be like the extra person that I am, and I can't. So I'm going to do the same thing that I did on this eye. Hopefully I don't get carried away or anything like that, and I'll be right back with you. So I didn't get carried away with the look, so I'm really happy about that. I'm going to take a break from my eye look for just a second, move on to my eyebrows, and then do my foundation routine, and then come back to the eyes and finish it. That's how I've been doing it a lot more recently. So I'm going to actually like triple prime, which is still so extra. So I'm going to use my Touch in Sol No Problem, my Tarte base tape, and my Becca Backlight Priming Filter. I'm going to use this Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth Foundation. You guys were messaging me about how well this stuff blended into my skin. I know, like this stuff is a freaking miracle, and it's only, I think it's $6 now. It used to be like $5.94, but I think it actually hit the $6 mark. But this stuff is so incredible. I've loved it for years. I used to use it when I had oily skin, the original formula, which is the matte and poreless. But then I think like a year or two ago, they came out with this one, which is dewy and smooth, and it's incredible. It blends into my skin so well. It never cakes up. I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer today. It's the best concealer in my opinion. To set my face, I'm using the Milani Make It Last setting spray. The stuff is so good. It's from the drugstore. It's only $11. For bronzer today, I'm using the Hoola Caramel. Love her so much. Oh my gosh. I just found out that the Benefit Cheek Leaders palette has Hoola Caramel in it. I think also Hoola Toasted. I could be wrong. I think it's Cookie, Coralista, all of the different ones that I've always wanted to try. So I'm thinking I'm gonna pick that up as a little like, I don't know, present to myself for Christmas. I'm using an even smaller brush. This one is by Japanesque. It's the 726 brush, and I'm just going to dot that into that bronzer and carve out my nose contour. I'm gonna move on to my blush now, and since we're doing like a soft glam, I do want to use a soft blush. I'm using this Anastasia Beverly Hills Pool Party Trio. I'm gonna use the shade Blank right here. It's definitely a more muted tone, so I think that that's more of a soft look for the soft glam, and I think it'll look good with the eyeshadow too. Something I really like doing is putting some blush on like the top of my nose, and I think that it makes it look like I'm a little bit more sun-kissed. And I also like putting it on like the top of my forehead and a little bit on my chin. For highlighter, I'm going to use this Tarte Amazonian Clay highlighter. It's in the shade Sparkler, and I'm going to use this really pretty, kind of dense domed brush. I'm just going to apply this in a circular motion to my cheekbones, on my nose, probably a little bit on my forehead, and then maybe a little bit on my lip and my cheeks. I'm going to use this Farrah Brushes 50F brush just to kind of diffuse it a little bit because I don't want any harsh lines for my highlighter. I've definitely made that mistake before and I don't want to keep making it. Cool, my face is done. I'm going to use my Hangover 3-in-1 spray just to set everything down. And then we're gonna go on to the eyes, which is super exciting. I'm using this Urban Decay 24-hour Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Demolition, and I'm going to put this on my lower waterline very lightly. And it's also a brown shade. I think I should mention that because I've stopped using black liner on my lower line for the most part, but especially in like a softer look because it definitely makes it look a lot more harsh, whereas brown makes it look a lot lighter and more natural. So now I'm going to take the shade Mystic, which I used to darken up my crease a little bit earlier, on that same brush, just blending those two together now. Do you see why this is my favorite step? It just makes everything so much more cohesive and flow into itself. Oh my god. I'm gonna take this super tiny brush. This is by the brand Kenzie. It doesn't have a number or anything on it. It's just a tiny little brush. And I'm gonna take the shade Star right here, which I was going to use for my brow bone, which I didn't. And I specifically saved it because I wanted to add it into my inner corner to add some brightness. And I know that it's still soft glam, but like we can have like a little tiny element of glam because it's like soft glam. It's not full glam, but it's not like natural beat either. Kind of middle ground. At least that's how I interpret it. You might not interpret it that way, but that's how I interpret it. I'm gonna use this Revolution Flick eyeliner. It's not my favorite. It's not my least favorite. I'm trying to branch out a little bit from the e.l.f. liquid liner, which is my favorite liquid liner, but I still want to like try some other stuff out, you know? I'm using the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes for my mascara today just to give them a little bit more color before I apply some fake lashes. So yeah, now I'm gonna go off camera and put on my fake lashes and I'll be right back with you. If you guys grew up listening to Jump 5, I've been listening to the Jump 5 Christmas music. It's taking me back. Those songs were just freaking bop. As you can see, my eyelashes are on. I'm gonna go on to doing my lips, which I have not picked out, so give me a second. I didn't even do my bottom mascara. Where am I? What am I doing? For my lips, I'm using this lip liner by NYX. It's in the shade Maison. And then I'm gonna use this Dose of Colors liquid lipstick in the shade Cork. And it just looks like this. And I thought that that would be really pretty. So I'm just gonna start out by lining my lips and then filling it in with the shade Cork. It's a little bit too warm, so I'm gonna see what I can do to fix that. I'm just gonna outline what I just filled in. And that's already like cooling it down a little bit. And I like feathering it out into my lip a little bit just so it gets a nice blend and it doesn't look like a stark harsh line, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna jump off camera, finish getting ready, and then I'll be back with my final thoughts and the finished look. So I'll see you very soon. Alright guys, so I'm back and here's my completed look. I'm really happy with how this turned out. In all honesty, it's literally the same makeup that I would wear on a day-to-day basis. It's just like I was trying to use other shades that I wouldn't normally use. So I guess that was a really good advantage of doing this kind of like challenge trend thing. As you can see, I'm not like the trendiest type of girl, but like I like what I like, and I think that this makeup is definitely a look that I would wear on an everyday basis. I would probably wear it to the grocery store, literally to any family event, anything that I could think of going to, I would wear this. So if you're someone that doesn't like super glam, super over the top makeup, I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like this would be a really good look to wear. If you're someone that doesn't really like a whole bunch of extraness, which I'm someone that likes a whole bunch of extraness, but I feel like this is a good in between, so I guess like a soft glam. So I guess I achieved what I was going for, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know down below by giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel. That would mean so much to me and it will help my channel grow. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. But until my next video, stay kind, keep creating, take care of you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.